foundation of this series is based on chapter 1 when we talked about the goal of building a 20-20-20 business. 20% growth, 20% EBITDA, less than 20% employee attrition. And the number one question I get about those three numbers is how to consistently clock in that 20% annual growth. A very wise mentor once told me that there are two things you got to get right in this business: sales and everything else. So today we're going to talk about sales and how to think about allocating your budget and investments in the marketing and sales function of your business. Now, to start, before you make any significant investments, before you make those strategic sales hires, it's really important that you have the foundation of your sales strategy set. And this includes understanding your key points of differentiation that we talked about in chapter 2, and understanding who your target and appreciating customers are, what we talked about in chapter 4. And the last thing is to be clear on what you're budgeting or investing in your sales and marketing function. How much are you going to spend? And in chapter 5, I recommended budgeting between 8 to 10% of your net revenue towards this purpose. Now, when considering where to put these dollars, I typically divide up my strategy across 4 buckets or channels: marketing and inside sales, new business, partnerships, and appreciating clients. Let's go through each one of these briefly and then talk about how we're going to divide up the pie. Marketing and inside sales is typically the top of your funnel. This is your content marketing like newsletters and thought leadership, your webinars, conferences, and the like. And your inside sales team is typically made up of junior level sales resources that can help you amplify these marketing investments that you're making by ensuring they are getting in front of your target customers, both prospective and current. And current customers are key. Sometimes you feel like you're putting out content in this vast universe and that might never be found, but I assure you, your current and past customers will read anything you produce if they enjoyed working with you. I like to have inside sales report up through marketing to ensure that there's tight alignment between what marketing is producing and what we're asking inside sales to amplify. And similarly, I want to have marketing in all these channels reporting up through one chief revenue officer, so there's tight alignment in our go-to-market plans across these channels. We don't want our marketing saying one thing while our sales teams are saying something different. When you're small, there is no room for waste. We must ensure that all of our investments are both efficient and effective. Now, the new business team, these are the folks that are responsible for bringing in new logos. They're often going to catch the leads that the marketing and inside sales teams are producing. They're going to qualify them hard, and they're going to drive a process to bring them to a successful close. And I like separating my new business team from the team that's responsible for growing those existing appreciating clients, because hunting and farming are two different skill sets, and they should be compensated differently. New business teams should have smaller quotas with higher commission percentages than their farming counterparts. Now, appreciating clients are the clients that we talked about in chapter 4. These are the clients where you have significant upward growth potential. Too many agencies and consultancies put the same investment or even less in appreciating clients as their new business teams, and this is often a huge mistake. Appreciating clients with large recurring budgets are your fastest path to growth. You should be maximizing that growth potential first before anything else. I remember when I was running Solstice for the first time, when we put 100% dedicated sales resource on our largest client, who at the time was spending roughly $5 million a year with us. After giving that sales partner the space to focus on that one account, their spend doubled to $10 million in 1 year. And then we continued to invest. We put a whole team around that client, just focused on sales, junior resources, more senior resources, and that relationship grew to over $50 million a year in spend. Appreciating clients are the most valuable asset your company has. Invest accordingly. The final channel is partnerships. And while not true for all services businesses, most tech services businesses have the opportunity to partner with software vendors or potentially other service providers to expand their reach of services. This is an incredibly important channel as you scale, because it typically provides reach to customers that you might not be able to get to on your own. Partners can also help you launch into new sectors or even new geographies with very limited investment. It should be a key part of your sales strategy as you grow. So, how should you spread your chips around these different areas of potential growth? Usually, when I'm talking to a new founder, they'll often want to stack a lot of chips in the new business bucket. Everybody loves new logos. But while new business is important, it's your existing appreciating clients that will give you the most growth. So I suggest allocating 40% of your budget to this bucket. That's marketing and sales resources. 30% I would allocate to the partnership bucket, as your investment is likely to go much further if you have a valuable implementation or value-added service that your partners can help you push. 20% then goes to marketing and inside sales to keep the top of your funnel full and frothy, and then 10% to that new business function. Remember, new business is knocking down new logos, overseeing that first project, and then handing off any appreciating accounts to that strategic client bucket. They should be a small SEAL team of salespeople that know how to speak to your points of differentiation, qualify hard, and close deals. Now, as always, these are rules of thumb, but hopefully they just give you something to think about. This philosophy helped me scale the firm from $10 million to over $300 million, including in recessionary environments. And while the tactics will always change, I believe these fundamentals will scale infinitely. And that is, invest in your most strategic assets that will provide you the fastest path to revenue. And then you'll hit that 20% growth, regardless of where you are in the market cycle. That's how you break through. I'll see you next time.